Welcome to the Talent Insights Couch. Today we are looking at respect in the workplace. I'll start with this quote by James Smith, that in a respectful workplace, everyone's contribution is valued. We have been talking a lot about coaching ourselves for success. And when we coach ourselves for success, we want to contribute. We do not want just to work for our employers. Remember, I have kept repeating that we were hired to fill a certain gap, in which case respect comes in. How do you respect your colleagues? Team members won't necessarily like you. You may not like a person. Maybe you do not have chemistry, but respect is a requirement, regardless of how you feel about me as your colleague, regardless of how you feel about your manager. They may not be your favorite people, but respect is a requirement. So where there is respect, it increases productivity and collaboration. How do you team if you do not respect one another? Respect also improves employee satisfaction. When I know I am respected, I'll come to work early. When I know I am respected, I'll do the tasks that I have been given with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Respect also creates a very fair environment because we respect one another. Doesn't matter if somebody is a junior, is your peer, is your manager. We show respect to one another. So how do we show respect in the workplace? I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can practice respect in the workplace. And I'm giving this from a point of view of, I have seen situations where you have a junior that does not respect you, and they show it that they do not respect you. So it becomes very, very complicated when you are giving people tasks and you are already aware that they do not respect you. It is important, if we want to grow our careers, if we want to grow as team members, we respect and we show respect to the people that we are working with. So point number one, listen to what everyone has to say. I've talked a lot about not knowing everything. You are the manager, yes. You are the supervisor. You are even a senior manager. You have what it takes to occupy the position that you have, but you do not know everything. So where there is respect, we listen to everyone and we value every contribution that they give. Then pay attention to the nonverbal communication. Some people will not talk to you, but you need to have emotional intelligence to be able to know what they are saying, even without talking. I have repeatedly said on this channel that people do not hear what you are saying because what you do speaks so loud that what you say is ignored. Practice transparency. Where there is transparency, people will feel respected. Something is happening. Do not wait for team members or information to be spoken about in the grapevine. Have transparency. Call people for meetings so that they know what is happening. So where there is respect, transparency is also practiced. Recognize the strengths and accomplishment of the others. If somebody does a task very well, recognize. Don't say you did something when you know for sure it's another team member that did it. Always make sure that you recognize the other people's contribution. Once you have recognized the accomplishments of others and their strengths, then you will value the time and workload of others. When you do your delegation, you need to understand what the people are going through. I have seen situations, and it is for a good cause, where certain members of the team are overloaded. Sometimes it's because they do the work very, very well. But as a manager or a team leader, it is important that you know the workload of others, so that when you delegate, you already understand and you respect that they have more work. They do not need to be added unnecessary load, because that then will interfere with their productivity. And when you value that, then you will delegate meaningful work. Remember, we are talking about coaching ourselves for success. And if you're working and you are a full-time employee, you will coach yourself for your success within the workplace. So when work is delegated, it better be meaningful. Work that is helping you grow from one stage to the other. Remember, we said we are working on our growth. We are working on positions that we aspire to be in, even if we don't have them yet. So it is important that when we delegate, we make sure it is meaningful delegation. Then practice common courtesy and politeness in the workplace. How polite are you? Do you shout at the team members? Do you talk to them politely? When they make mistakes, how do you make the corrections? So where there is respect, people practice courtesy and politeness. Another thing is prevent bias. There is a lot of unconscious bias. So we need to work on the unconscious bias. There's bias that you do not even realize that you are biased. There are certain things that were said probably when you were growing up, and that bias, it's too deep in your system, so you don't realize. So it is important that since we are talking about respect, we prevent bias, even that unconscious bias. Let's pay attention to that. Include everyone in meetings and discussions and celebrations at the end of the day. I have seen situations where in an office setup, you call for meetings and you call people that you probably like. Then you leave out some people within the team. If you respect the entire team, you make sure that everybody is included in the meetings, in the discussions, in the celebrations. Also consider how others view you and your actions. So I've talked about having a self-assessment. Do some assessment so that you know how the team members view you. It is important that you know, because then that informs how you're going to treat them, how you're going to act. Lastly, where there is respect, you will help your peers. Is someone struggling? And do you know the things they are struggling about? Have you done it? Why then are you making them struggle? Why not help them so that work is done properly? And they are not struggling, they don't waste a lot of time. So in a place where we are showing respect, we are practicing respect, we will be available to help our peers. Thank you so much for listening. If you are new here, remember to like, share, comment, and also subscribe to this channel so you are informed anytime we post videos such as this. Thank you, and see you in my next video.